As is so often the case on the CDT, plans change faster than the weather, or my underwear for that matter. The original plan was to leave Yellowstone on the west side of the park and then head towards Idaho. But as the plan was to continue with Jenna G, there she is.
I'm filming him filming.
And she already was done with a friend's visit that she had. So she was waiting north of Yellowstone to continue. I decided to hitch out of Yellowstone and into the town of Ennis, Montana, which is just in between Big Sky and Butte, and meet her there and continue on the Butte Express, or the alternate that circumvents the Idaho-Montana section of the CDT and goes straight to Butte. But for a number of reasons, mostly logistical ones and packages not being here and my shoes falling apart and 100 little things, we have decided to go straight west and leave the eastern section between Big Sky and Ennis out. So today we are on the way to Butte, Montana. We've also crossed, I think, three states, right? We went from Wyoming to Idaho to Montana. And we are staying in Montana now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, there is no Idaho CDT in this video series. But yeah, we are in Big Sky country, as you can clearly see, because see all the sky? That's the Big Sky. Well, Montana does look a lot different than Wyoming. Well, not a lot different, but it does look slightly different. It's definitely more visibility, slightly less vegetation, more open skies and open landscapes. We got about 50 miles to go to Butte, from where we'll continue to Anaconda and then north into Glacier National Park. Well, I wish there was something to say, but it is just one of those days. It's 90 degrees, New Mexico style. We're walking down a seeming low, actually we're walking up a seemingly endless dirt road. This morning there was actually quite a bit of traffic. Now we're in the motor vehicle restricted area and we continue to walk up to a campsite near a lake. But there's really nothing to say. It's just, look at it. It's dirt road walking all day in the heat. Jenna said this morning, they're discussing about what actually defines through hiking and what makes a through hike. And one of the things she said is part of through hiking is that other than day hikes or so, where you generally pick like a nice area and then you hike there, through hiking also has stuff in between. Like to get from nice place A to nice place B, you have to do this part in between. And today is definitely one of those in-between days. It has happened. The day I've been waiting for a long time. We just met our first sobos, Poseidon and Cascade. And I was actually worried a little bit because we had heard that part of the tip of the sobo bubble was just in the area west of Yellowstone, around Idaho-Montana border. And given the fact that we do the Big Sky all straight to Butte, I thought that by doing that we would probably just pass the majority of the sobo hikers, and then when we reconnect to the red line up around Butte/Anaconda, they'd already been just right past us. But there's apparently also some sobos on this route, so we just met them and talked to them. It was so funny. They looked so, I don't know, how should I say, fresh, full of energy. That was really cool. I was wondering whether when we'd meet the first ones, and today it has happened. So now the question is, are we going to meet some more on this route or on the red line once we get to Butte? We'll see. I'll keep you updated. Started June 22nd. So since today is, I think, July 28th or something like that, they've been on the road for just about 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 5.5 weeks, and they still have all the fun stuff that we went through to go through. So good on them. Well, I've had another intense discussion with future me this afternoon, and future me won. So we've decided to move into the next valley rather than stop at the lakes and make camp here. So we'll have a little bit more to do, and we'll probably get to camp at around 7:30, and that will shorten, well, either tomorrow or the day after. So what we still have left to do, it lengthens up today a little bit, but it's a good day anyway. Now the really good news about this part of Montana, crossing the Tobacco Range, I think is what it's called, is that there's almost no mosquitoes at all. Like, I haven't seen one today, wasn't attacked by one, and I love it because I react very strongly to them, and they annoy the hell out of me. So the fact that there's none around, huge plus for this valley. Good morning from day 2 of the Butte Express. We just leave our campsite, which you can see in the background, and what you can also see is we got visitors. The cows have moved in. So today is we start off with an uphill towards the west, and then eventually we'll bushwhack over a pass where there's not really a trail to get to the other side, to make it into the valley, which will drop us out in the Butte flat area. You gonna make some room for us? Thank you. So we've left the primitive road up this mountain and are now on the cross-country section, trying to scramble our way up to the pass where we need to get to, up and over. The power of good map information. We just bushwhacked for about 45 minutes through pretty thick underbrush and deadfall and all kinds of crap, and look what we found. Road. Pass. So we're gonna see how far up this road takes us, and then we're already more than halfway to the pass. Woohoo! That road actually took us all the way up to the pass. And what I meant earlier with good map information is that this road wasn't on the map, and it also didn't have a junction with the road that we came up to, so we couldn't really see it, and we also didn't know that it was there, which is why we bushwhacked for 45 minutes through pretty gnarly terrain. Let's see if it goes down on the other side. Yes, it does. There is definitely something going on here. I don't know what. There's also a container over there at the... wait, where is it? Down there. So somebody has been doing something up here. There's definitely a bit of a mystery up here. The first question is, how did that container get there? Because that road up here is neither on the map nor is it really suitable for 18-wheelers or anything to like get that up there. Then back there's like a little abandoned mining building. So I wonder if these two are related. And the second question is, what is in that container? Mysteries over mysteries. More remnants of... This doesn't look too old. I don't know from when that stuff is, but it still has paint on. So maybe those were the machines that they used to get that road up here. But the rest of it looks pretty decayed and wooden. So I think this is probably early, maybe mid 20th century. I don't know. More remnants. That one kind of looks like a trailer or something. It's like a trip through a museum up here. Unfortunately, the stuff that we're walking in this part of Montana It's never really a single trail. It's always like this kind of crap primitive road. And I have zero cushion in my shoes left, so it hurts like hell. Every single step. Today's lunch menu: smoked Gouda with salami and mustard. So the car just drove past us, and we managed to stop it and ask about the stuff that we saw up there. And they told us that in this valley and region there's a whole bunch of active gold mining claims that are being worked on. And like a lot of these hills or side valleys, some of them are private property and actually being worked on. So that is probably what we saw up there, except that the one that we saw wasn't being worked on. At least not yet. That container, who knows? I have finally made it up to the top of Rock Creek Trail, which is the trail that leads into the last valley before we head out into the lowlands around Butte. So all we have to do now is go down from the pass, kind of wiggle our way through, I think, Miller Creek Canyon, and then out into the flatlands. And then we have essentially made it to Butte. But since it's already 5:30, we're not going to get all of that done today. So we are going to camp either here or down in the canyon.
It was good. It was varied. I liked that we had road and trail and bushwhacking. Just to mix it all up. The day was nice. It wasn't too hot. We only got a little sprinkle. I mean,
Yeah, and we kind of missed the afternoon thunderstorms.
yeah, we heard them, but we didn't get affected by them.
Yep.
And I didn't get trampled by a cow.
And by a steer.
Yeah, a bull.